Welcome to Talk About Topeka. I'm Chris Schultz here at the Topeka Performing Arts Center with a wonderful Champions of Character segment brought to you by Field of Greens in downtown Topeka. Today we're talking with the Safe Streets Champion of Character, Tom Krebs. I'm your host, Mr. Chris Schultz, as it says right on the screen right there. And this is the Champion of Character of the Hour, Tom Krebs. How you doing, Tom?
I'm well, thanks.
Thanks for being here. Absolutely. It's great to have you here. And I wanted to talk a little bit about, when you got the call that you were selected as a champion of character, what did that do? What did you think?
Well, needless to say, I was shocked. Champion of character.
I've known you for a long time. It's a hilarious joke, right?
That's right. I didn't know a lot about it, and just recognized that they do this like monthly. So this is not like a lifetime award or something. Mm-hmm. And the most recent one I saw this last week was a police officer that rescued somebody out of a car. So a much different type of award than what I was recognized for. But I think bottom line was I've been volunteering in USD 501 schools for the last couple of years, and that's what got me nominated for the award.
Who nominated you?
I believe one of the administrators at Topeka High School that 2 years ago I spent my time mainly at Eisenhower Middle School, and then last year I was at Topeka High and Eisenhower Middle School. But the work that I did at Topeka High was gratifying for me, and the reality is I get more out of volunteering than whatever I give to the students. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about the volunteer work that you did. So just give us kind of, what have you been doing for the schools?
I taught middle school for many years, and at one point I told somebody that, and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry." That I like hanging out with that age student. I did that for many years, and so I've been in Topeka High working in a 9th grade math room and just trying to help students move ahead in math. And from the data that we know is that if a student passes algebra and stays on track for credits, they've got a very good chance of graduating from high school. Mm-hmm. And so in a sense, that's my biggest interest, moving kids along to try to get a high school diploma.
And let's talk a little bit about what your daytime job is, what you do when you're not volunteering.
Well, my daytime job's a great gig, is retirement.
There you go.
So I do a couple days down there, and then I also am involved with a couple of other organizations and the board of directors. And then my golf game, as bad as it is getting a little better.
You're bad at golf. You want to go play?
I'm pretty bad.
Can't be any worse than I am.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make you feel better.
You haven't played Firekeeper yet.
Excellent. Well, I also want to talk a little bit about the importance of people recognizing, people who've gone above and beyond the call within our community to nominate folks for these Champion of Character Awards. You can do that through the Safe Streets Coalition website, of course. But it does make a big difference because, one of the things that I've done, and I've helped Safe Streets out for many years, and realizing that the people who get selected for this are not the kind of people ever looking for the recognition in what they do. It really is because someone in the community said, this person is important, and we have to be able to celebrate them, and they're a role model. You're a role model in what you do. When people retire and they say, what can I do with my time? And they want to spend it working with the schools. You've seen the value in what you've brought to the schools, and so did the administrator who nominated you for that. So as speaking for volunteering for the schools, maybe give our viewers a push for why that's important.
Well, I think, and I've had some conversations with people here today and over the last week or so, 501 is about 70% low social economic status and of color. And we just have a lot of students that need support, and adults in a lot of different ways can provide support, even though it may not seem like a big deal to them. So students to have an adult to talk with, be supported, make a connection, we need more of those. And so I just think that in general, that any adult that wants to be part of a school setting can be very helpful.
Absolutely. That's Great words from our champion of character here. I want to say thank you so much to Tom Krebs for your tireless dedication to the school system. We couldn't do it without you, right?
I have a lot of fun doing it, let me say
Yeah.
that, but thank you.
Good stuff. Well, thank you so much. And if you would like to nominate someone for the Champion of Character Awards, get in touch with Safe Streets and make that nomination. And we certainly would like to thank Field of Greens for sponsoring this segment. Field of Greens is downtown Topeka's best spot for a healthy lunch every business day. We know your mom would be proud because, well, our mom works there and she'll make sure of it. So, Tom, thank you so much for being on the show.
You're welcome, Chris.
And keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Really do appreciate it.
They're having me back this year.
That's good.
That's what I'm looking forward to, yes.
Your parole officer's letting you do it this time, huh?
Well, can they catch the ankle bracelets down here?